What exactly is ADHD? Well, I am going to explain in the first part of this video what exactly that is. So maybe, just maybe you'll understand what we go through every day. Yay, wasn't that fun? Anyway, let me get on with it for now. Let me know what you think of any of this in the comments. And feel free, if any of you have the adult form of ADHD, let me know. And I think this is important for a lot of you to understand this. I'm sure a lot of you know what it is, or have a general idea of what it is, but you don't think actually of adult people having ADHD, but for younger people, and mainly boys, right? And you don't think of women or girls as having ADHD. Well, I'm going to try to explain the best way I know how what exactly it is. I got diagnosed with ADHD when I was, I don't exactly remember, but it's 7, 8, or 9. Yes, I think it was. And my mom did not want to put me on medication. I do remember that. She did not want to do the whole, go to the medication route, so she didn't. But I officially didn't get officially diagnosed until I was 16 or 17 years old. It's not for girls. I don't know if any of you know this, but it's a little different than boys. But anyways, I have the adult form of it now, but and I still don't take medication for it, and I probably should, but I don't. Well, and I will explain how it gets as bad as it does. When somebody say, I'm just using this as an example, writes a letter, which you may not understand this. When somebody writes us a letter, right, and says, you know, you should be doing this, and you should be doing that, and yes, they may be suggestions, but in my mind, and anybody else who deals with ADHD every day, this is how we think. We think that, okay, our videos suck. Excuse my language, but that's what we see. Okay, yes, we know things don't look good in the video, you know, but we try our best, right? So we have to work with what we have. You know what I mean? We know that the videos are bad. We know this, and we beat ourselves up every day because of it, because we can't think straight. So in order for you to understand where I'm coming from, right, you would have to explain to me 10 times or 5 times exactly what you're trying to say before I actually understand what you're saying. Because I won't remember what you're telling me. Trust me, ask anybody and they will tell you. I forget everything. It's like somebody actually had to physically show me how to give me my own Trulicity shots, because I would have forgotten it and not done it when I got home. And that's half the problem. See, you're telling me, you give me this needle, and you say, okay, you have to go home and you have to stick yourself in your stomach once a week with this stuff. Okay. And I'm thinking, okay, if I gotta stick myself with a needle, this is gonna hurt. It's the biggest pain I can think of. And it's really not that painful. It isn't now, because I had a nice, kind nurse that showed me how to do it. Yes, I did. And so when you write those kind of letters, in the back of my mind, I'm saying, okay, this person hates my videos. And it's only one person. So in the back of our mind, we're thinking, if this one person hates our videos and doesn't like it, that means nobody else on the channel is going to like it. Right? Even if somebody's gone out of their way to tell me my videos are doing fine because of that one letter or that one comment that I read. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking you hate my video, even if they are suggestions, and I understand that, but I don't understand that at first. Not, I have to read that letter 6 or 7 times before I even understand what you're saying. Trust me on this. And this is what I'm saying. You have to be kind to everyone. In our minds, we're thinking, okay, if I'm an overthinker, and I always have been my entire life. So I'm saying, if you're insulting me, okay, you send me cleaning supplies, right? And this is another example. Yes, you're saying go in the kitchen and clean something. Do you have any idea how overwhelming that is? I know it needs to be cleaned, but to go in there and actually do it is a whole nother issue. And it has nothing to do with laziness. It's having the overwhelming sensation, and you have to get it done. That you either get it done or this person hates you. That's how we think. And I'm sorry, but that it's the truth. And anybody who has ADHD, whether you're male or you're female, that's how we think. And I know you have you won't believe it, but I have proof that I do have it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And I do have it. You know, so he and that's what was said. Doesn't care. He doesn't have any use for it. So, and that's how it's treated. At least here anyway. This is what I'm saying. I'm a lot to handle. And I'm being truthful here. And I gotta continue on with my video. Because this section is about ADHD. And I think some of you need to understand what exactly it is. Yes, we suffer. Most of us suffer with a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression, quite often. Yes, we know we made mistakes, and we know our videos need improvement, but we're doing it. That's the point. That is the point, is that we're doing them. So you have to give us a little bit of time to understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? I know how things work, and I know what needs to be done, but getting those things done is a whole nother issue. So if you want to think that's being lazy or what have you, then I'm not. Then maybe in your mind you think I am lazy, but there's a reason behind it all. And I have a feeling that there's only one person out there who understands this, that I can think of right off the top of my head. And I'm still not going to say any names. But anyway, I have to get on with this video because there's a live I'm going to attend at 3. Anyway, let me continue on with it. So, the second part of this video is about, I am going to talk about the letter a little bit, because it's how I'm feeling about it and this is the last time I'm going to talk about it, and then I had a really good friend way back, I don't know if it was in 2025 or 2024, when he was an old wise friend. He's not old, but he's very wise, and he said just to keep moving forward, so that's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? And I had a few thoughts yesterday, right after, well, no, before I went live, because it was a really, in my opinion, it was a really bad day. And one thing is I thought about, if those suggestions, and they're very good suggestions, I have to say, that you should get your hiney over here and help me move my furniture around and tell me where to put my desk. Because I have no idea. Like I said, this room is very, very small. So you tell me, you help me move my furniture because nobody else is going to help me do it. You know what I mean? I had to pull teeth to get somebody to help me put my table together. So we'll see how that goes. And the table's together now, but look how long it took. Anyway, and I'm just saying, you're going to have to actually show me how to put it, where to put it, what equipment I need. If this light that I have is too bright for the videos, then explain to me what light I should have. Because I can't see without my glasses on. I can't see with them on either, but I can see better. Like I said, my eye doctor said those glasses were not going to help. They're actually useless. She told me this in the room. During the first time, my eye doctor sent me there. So the glasses will help for a little while, but it's not a permanent solution because they're actually useless. They're only, and I still need my magnifying glass to read with them. Does anybody understand this? Okay, let me move on. Like I started saying at the beginning, when I know something has to be done, it just takes me longer to get it done. Yes, it really does. I have an SEO, like I tried to explain in a live, that I have an SEO who's guiding me through the titles and the thumbnails and all these other things. It's like why I chose, well, I'm not going to give, well, I don't care. I give away my secrets. I chose the window for my thumbnails because I'm opening the window so to let the light in so you can see a little light in my life. You know what I mean? Does this make any sense? The windows are open and I'm inviting you in. You can be a peeping Tom or a peeping girl if that's what you want. Into my life. That's what it is. Okay. I mean, I'm not exactly the smart cookie. I know a lot about a lot of things, but a little about nothing. Does this make sense? I know a little bit about a lot, and a lot about nothing. Does this make sense? Like I said, I do the very best I can do, and there's not a whole lot I can do to change it right now. This room I have is very small, so there's only so many places where I can put things. Like I said, if you believe that I am saying, if you think I need different equipment, then please, by all means, send me some. You have no problems writing me a letter and mailing it. Send me the equipment that I need. And I am saying, if there's equipment that you think I need, then go to Amazon and send it to me. You have my address, right? So, there you go. I'm just saying, it would help solve a problem if you think I should do my videos different. That's what I'm saying. Let me continue. And mind you, I'm not asking you to send me anything. I am just saying that if you want me to use these things, and it's along, same with the wearing the makeup and stuff, you buy the stuff. I can't promise I'm going to wear it, but I will use the equipment. That provided I have some place to put it. And I could use a new tripod if you're interested for a heavy camera. So if you feel like buying one, send it to me. Like I said, clearly you have the address, so I know you can send it. Hello? Let me see. So I sit here many times overthinking. I told you this a gazillion times. I overthink everything. It's part of the ADHD. But right now, the only thing I can do is to keep moving forward and keep doing what I set out to do. Yes, I'm allowed to take it slow. I'm allowed to um, do my channel the way I like to. Like I said, that's what still have subscribers from 2021 who are still here. Think about that. Think about what the videos were like way back then. You said 2023. No, that video you watched was from 2020. I don't think it was 2023. It could have been. But that was a long time ago. And look how much the videos changed since then. And I wasn't even doing shorts back then, I don't think. And if I did, it may be once a week. Like I said, I only started doing the shorts is because there's some people I really enjoy talking to. And needless to say, I'm not mad at anyone. Said I am not mad. And whatever, you can keep sending those letters. That doesn't necessarily mean I can fix them right away. Like I said, there'll be small changes over time. Like I said, somebody, like my SEO said, to make 100 videos and make small changes on every single video. And I've done that. Haven't you noticed? I added music to my intros. That means, and I don't use, it doesn't go from the intro to start off with. I say something and then do my intro. And the outro will always be the same. And get this, I got a song copyrighted. It's mine. It's my song. So it doesn't matter. And I got permission to use it, the song, because I was going to ask somebody who had a guitar if they could help me find some music for my video, because I really wanted an interesting theme song for my intro and couldn't find one. Well, I found one. And it didn't cost me, it really didn't cost me anything. It really didn't. That's what I'm saying. That things are going quite well. And my videos, regardless, you said my viewers were down. No, it isn't. No, they aren't. They have been watched. Like I said, all these videos are, you don't count the current videos. You count the videos in the future, because that's how it works. That is how it is. You know what I mean? I'm not pretending to be Mr. Beast. I don't want to be as rich as he does. Mr. Beast is unique. And I've watched a lot of his videos, and I don't want to be like him. I am me. That's all I can be. I can't be a Mr. Beast. And I can't be anybody else. No matter whose name is on that. You know what I mean? I can't be them. We're all different people. And they're, like I say, they're great suggestions, but they're not all going to be done at once. And like I said, I'm not asking you to send me anything, but I am saying, like, if you want it changed right now, then you go to Amazon and buy the stuff you think I need. Or, which I know you're not going to do, come over here and help me move my furniture around and tell me how you want me to do it. Because right at this moment, I can't move a thing. Because this room is too crowded. And I mean it. It's too crowded in this room. And I don't sit that close to the camera. I'm actually quite far away. I know how my SEO said I should do the camera. And so you talk into it like you're talking to a friend. Right? And that's the truth. Like I said, or better yet, how about this? Make a video of your own and send it to me, and I will know exactly what you're talking about. Right? Because I have no idea what you're talking about. Plain, I don't understand any of it. Like I said, I just go with the flow. My videos are my videos, and that's how they go. And I know the elder gal. Anybody know who she is? Anyway, she's a YouTube person. She has a YouTube channel, and she's the one that said you got to get to the point sometime in your life where you don't care. You don't care. That is self-worth. When you don't care what people think. And this goes along with my thought of the day for Wednesday, part 1. If you need to remember, you can always go back and watch it, and I can always use more views. But that's even YouTube says it's for future views. That's what the videos are about. It's the future. You know what I mean? People will watch them in the future. They'll always be there, and you know it's gonna be great. And that's what it's about, the future, right? It's about the future, not the... Because you're not going to get... It's not going to... You know how many videos that Mr. Beast actually had to do before he hit the jackpot? Go watch one of his videos and he will tell you himself. I'm not going to say. I'm going to let him do that. But, yes, he had to do a lot of videos. And you know how many channels he had before he became the massive person that he is? Thousands. And he will tell you himself, your first 10 videos are gonna suck. That's what he said. Your first 10 videos, or your first 100 videos are gonna stink. But the thing is to make small improvements on your videos, on every single videos. And I'm telling you that some of the really good friends I have now, that their videos are fantastic now. I enjoy watching them. I wouldn't have subscribed if I didn't like them. And not only that, they have great personalities, and they're just exactly the people I would love to hang out with. I would easily, if I lived next door to my friend Shelly, I would easily knock on her door and ask her to have coffee with me in the morning. Now we just have coffee on a AI. We're enjoying a cup of coffee, talking in AI. That's so like you'd have to see. You'd have to watch it to see. Ask her. So in which she turned out to be a really great gal, and I mean this. I'm just saying. Let me continue with my video before I forget what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm going to let the video go. Just go as long as it's Sunday and we really have nothing else to do. Well, I do at 3 o'clock, but that's 3 hours from now. So I'm going to get this video done and over with. You know what I mean? Just saying that I think my channel is doing great. And a lot of good things are happening. Like I said, I just don't talk about it a lot. I have an affiliate. I'm going to work on that ad this week, and it'll be implemented into my videos. Yes, so you'll see ads in there, and you'll see from 2 different affiliates. Maybe at the beginning and the end, or somewhere in the middle. I don't know yet. Wherever I feel like putting them. Like I said, I'm also going to talk to the people who do my my video editor. I am going to talk to them about doing an ad for them because I've been using them for 2 years. And it's only $55 for a year to use it. And I love my editor. Yes, I wouldn't change video editors to save my life. I would not. Because that's what I know how to use. I mean, you got to pay for some of the music, but it's worth it. It is worth it. I'm just going to go with that. Okay, I got to end this video because I'm only going to let it go for 30 minutes. You know what I mean? So, and that's with the beginning of this. But really, in actuality, I don't care how long it is. And yes, and on my way to the store yesterday, you know, and this is part of the other thoughts. I told you, when I have a thought, I'm going to write it down. And I was thinking, and this is another part of ADHD that nobody knows about. Because if I don't write stuff down, it's going to drive me crazy. Hi, Dory. Anyway, I was thinking on my way on my walk yesterday that about that letter, because I got the letter after. I just got it yesterday. Like I said, I pretty much answered all those questions in the video last Wednesday, so it didn't really require any more responses. And the first thing is, if that is what love is, if that kind of letter is what love is, then I'm not sure I even want it anymore. That's what I was thinking on the way, while I was walking yesterday, honestly. And, I'm not sure if I really did want it. I mean, I thought I did. But then again, a lot of things have changed. You know what I mean? There are so many that will not love a person unless they're doing what they want you to do. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't know who I said this to, but I have spent 20 years always doing what somebody else wants me to do, right? And I don't know about any of you other people who are always listening to what somebody else wants you to do. And sometimes you gotta have boundaries. You know what I mean? A lot of boundaries. And I still love you with all of my heart, but those boundaries are there for a reason. You know what I mean? They're there because you gotta practice self-control, and you have to, you don't want to be in the same pattern that you were before. So what I'm trying to say is, I spent 20 years doing what somebody else wanted me to do. And half of having self-worth is realizing that I don't have to do those things. Yes, like I said, the suggestions are wonderful, and they're great, and I love them. But, I don't have to. I don't have to. I'm a free woman. That means I can do whatever I want, when I want, and how I want. And I'm not trying to be rude to anybody, but I'm just saying that that's how I feel. You know what I mean? That's why and I have to trust in the Lord. And this is how I'm going to end my video, because God promised. And Ruth is in Boaz. You ever read that? Which is, oh, I love that. I love the book of Ruth. Anyway, Ruth and Boaz, and which is awesome, by the way. Let's see. The man that God has chosen will come. He will be here before you know it. I don't know who that is that God's going to choose, but He always keeps His promises. He will. He will. So, it's just my opinion, and it's not really an opinion, it's the truth, that if somebody is meant to be in your life, they will. And I've said this time and time again, that, He will. They'll stay. They will not go anywhere. Because that's unconditional love. And that's what I'm talking about. God has showed me more unconditional love than any man could ever. You know, because He doesn't ask me for anything, just to trust Him. That's the only thing that God's ever asked me to do. Right? Just to trust Him, and to know that He knows what He's doing. And which is how I found my church in the first place. When I heard that, you know, God just wants you to trust Him. And I have to give Him time to finish what He started. And sometimes the other person that you're in love with isn't finished healing yet. Or they are going through stuff their own selves. And He's just not ready yet. You know what I mean? The waiting is the hard part. You know what I mean? The waiting is the hardest part. And you'll know who it is by the peace they bring you. Because when the right person comes along, right, there will not be any confusion. There will be a lot of peace. And you just feel it. You just feel it. You just know it. And I don't know how you feel it, but you just know. You just know it. And there's no answer for that except for God. God did the choosing, which is what I had to do, because I'm not the best person at choosing who I want to be with, because they all wind up being the same as the last one, which, quite frankly, I don't want that anymore. You know what I mean? I am willing to spend the rest of my life by myself, alone, with some good friends. I'm saying there's no law that says you can't be friends with someone. I know a lot of you might disagree, but there isn't. You know what I mean? And I'm just as happy spending the rest of my life alone, right, than dealing with somebody else that can't get that doesn't get me, or doesn't understand, or thinks I'm too much, or any of those things. And that's what I'm saying. I trust the Lord, and I'm looking in the camera saying this. I trust God to know exactly what He's doing. He is doing the choosing, and I'm not gonna chase. I don't chase. I don't ask for that much. Just unconditional love, without conditions. And there is somebody out there just like that. I know he's out there somewhere. I just know he is. Yeah, I have no doubts about that. Anyway, I'm going to end my video now before I just talk. I can talk about Jesus for hours and never get bored. Anyway, I'm going to go now, and I'm going to end my video and say thank you for watching today's video, and I hope you found this video helpful in your own life. These thoughts are just thoughts that I have while I'm living my own life. You know what I mean? I have a thought, I jot it down, and I turn it into a video. So, and I think well, I don't know. I don't know what I think anymore. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. I like to end my videos this way. I love you bunches and bunches and bunches. And I love you, my dear friend. And you know who you are. Yes, I do. Yes, you do. Anyway, thank you everybody who stayed and for all your support. You guys are awesome and wonderful. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Tomorrow. And guess what kind of videos I'm going to do tomorrow? Quotes! Since I got a big request for those. So I will be doing those tomorrow. Every Monday. So anyway, good night everybody, and I will see you in the next video.